Understanding Buddhism. Buddhist Multimedia Series.
Understanding Buddhism.
Explanation of the true reality of the universe and life. Original teaching by Venerable Master Chin Kung.
The true nature of all phenomena. Dharma. Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma. Precepts, concentration, wisdom.
The art of teaching. Dispelling delusion and awakening wisdom. Education that leads to ultimate goodness and perfect fulfillment.
Buddhist Multimedia Series 1. Education, teaching, not a religion. Ending afflictions, transcending the 3 realms, 3 merits, 6 harmonies, 3 studies, 6 Paramitas, 10 great vows.
Faith, understanding, practice, realization. Buddhist Multimedia Series, Understanding Buddhism.
What is Buddha Dharma?
The founder of Buddhism is Sakyamuni Buddha. The world-honored one appeared in northern India about 3,000 years ago. According to Chinese historical records, the Buddha was born in the 24th year of King Zhao of the Zhou dynasty, and entered parinirvana in the 53rd year of King Mu of the Zhou dynasty, living 79 years in this world. The senior master of modern Chinese Buddhism used this chronology when commemorating the Buddha's parinirvana. Historical records state that during his lifetime, the Buddha taught the Dharma to the public for 49 years. 1,000 years after the Buddha's passing, that is, in the 10th year of Emperor Ming of the Eastern Han Dynasty, 67 CE, Buddhism was formally transmitted to China. If we want to understand Buddhism, we must first know:
what is Buddha? What is Dharma? What is Buddha Dharma? What is Buddhism?
These questions are extremely important for our study and practice. The word Buddha is a transliteration of the Sanskrit term Buddha. Its meaning is
wisdom and awakening.
Why did the ancient translators not simply use the Chinese words wisdom and awakening, but instead chose to transliterate the sound Buddha? Because the meaning of Buddha is infinitely profound and vast. The 2 Chinese characters for wisdom and awakening cannot fully encompass its meaning. Therefore, the translators adopted the transliteration and then provided explanations. The word Buddha
has both essence and function.
In terms of essence, it means
wisdom.
In terms of function, it means
awakening.
Regarding essence, there are 3 kinds of wisdom.
Number 1, all-knowing wisdom.
Using modern philosophical language, it refers to a
correct understanding of the fundamental nature of the universe.
This kind of wisdom is called all-knowing wisdom in the Buddha Dharma.
Number 2, path-specific wisdom.
Path-specific refers to the countless, diverse phenomena. The types of phenomena in the universe are immeasurable and boundless. How do all these phenomena arise? Where do they come from? What is their process? What is their eventual outcome? The wisdom that can correctly and clearly understand all phenomena in the universe is called path-specific wisdom.
Number 3, all-aspect wisdom.
That is, a completely perfect understanding of the true reality of the universe and human life, without the slightest confusion, and without the slightest error. Such wisdom is called all-aspect wisdom. Sakyamuni Buddha fully possesses these three kinds of wisdom. From this wisdom, function arises. He attains a completely correct understanding of the true reality of the entire universe and life.
The functioning of wisdom is great awakening.
In the sutras, the Buddha tells us that there are three kinds of awakening.
Number 1, self-awakening. Number 2, awakening others, helping others to awaken. Number 3, perfect, complete awakening.
The Shravakas and Pratyabuddhitas of the lesser vehicle, Hinayana, are people who awaken themselves. After they have awakened, they have not yet generated the resolve to actively help others awaken. In the scriptures, they are often called lesser vehicle practitioners.
The bodhisattvas of the great vehicle, after awakening themselves, can actively help all those who wish to awaken.
Hoping for awakening means the conditions are ripe. Bodhisattvas will definitely help them actively, guiding them from self-awakening to ultimate, perfect awakening. This ultimate perfection is just like what other religions praise as the omniscient and omnipotent Lord God. In Buddhism, this is called Buddha. The Buddha tells us that such perfect wisdom and virtue. Awakening is its virtue and its function, are originally possessed by all sentient beings. The Perfect Enlightenment Sutra explains this very clearly.
All sentient beings are originally Buddhas.
This is also stated in the Avatasaka Sutra. All sentient beings possess the wisdom and virtuous marks of the Tathagata. In other words, sentient beings and Buddhas are equal, without difference. Right now, we have lost our wisdom and virtue. How did we lose them? The Buddha uses a single sentence to point out the root of our illness. Because of false thoughts and attachment, one cannot realize it. This is the very root of our problem. We have fallen from the Buddha's state down to our present condition, because we are harmed by false thinking and attachment. Every day we continue to revolve in birth and death. This is also false thinking and attachment. We live such a bitter life. This too is false thinking and attachment.
False thinking and attachment are truly the root illness of all delusion and disaster.
If we remove one portion of false thinking and attachment, we gain one portion of freedom, and we restore one portion of awareness. If we cut off false thinking and attachment completely and thoroughly, our Buddha nature will be restored again, returning to our original Buddhahood. This factual truth is clearly taught by the Buddha in the Great Sutras.
The object of great wisdom and great awakening is all things and events contained within infinite time and space.
This word, 10,000, is not a number, it is a description of extreme multiplicity, innumerable upon innumerable. In the sutras, the Buddha often says, on a human body, a single hair or a speck of dust. This refers to the smallest things, the proper retribution, down to the tip of a single hair, that dependent retribution, as small as a fine dust particle, the largest can extend to the entire realm of empty space and the Dharma realm.
All these things are the objects of our wisdom and awakening.
The Buddha uses a single pronoun to represent all these myriad things. This pronoun is called Dharma. Therefore, when we join the two words, Buddha and Dharma, Buddha Dharma means
boundless wisdom and awakening, awakening to all things and all dharmas in the universe and in life.
Chinese people often say, Buddha Dharma is boundless. Indeed, it is immeasurable and without boundary. The objects of awakening have no limit, and the wisdom that awakens them also has no limit. This immeasurable, boundless wisdom and awakening, you must remember, is our innate capacity. However, there is still one point that is very difficult for us to truly grasp. The Buddha tells us that our innate wisdom and awakening, and the objects of that wisdom and awakening, all things and events in the universe and in life, are one, not two. This is very hard for us to understand. But if we calmly contemplate and observe, if what the Buddha says can truly stand, then this wisdom and awakening are ultimately perfect, and this statement can be trusted. We ought to believe it. If the knower and the known are opposed to each other, then this wisdom and awakening are difficult to call perfect. In other words, they would be limited, not ultimately complete. But the Buddha tells us,
the one who knows and awakens,
and
that which is known and awakened to,
are one, not two. This is what is often called in Buddha Dharma the one true Dharma realm. It is the most genuine, most perfect, highest state taught in the Avatasaka tradition.
The Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss, spoken of in the Pure Land school, also belongs to this one true Dharma realm.
From the above, we now understand the meaning of the term Buddha Dharma, and we have gained a preliminary, rough understanding of what Buddha Dharma is. In the early years of the Republic of China, there was a Mr. Ouyang Jingwu, a great Buddhist scholar of his time. He founded the China Inner Learning Academy in Nanjing and trained many Buddhist talents, both monastics and lay people. This great master, in the 12th year of the Republic, gave a public lecture at the 4th Zhongshan University, now called Nanjing Normal University. The title of his lecture was,
Buddha Dharma is neither religion nor philosophy, but is what the present age absolutely needs.
At that time, this caused quite a stir in China. He gave many examples to vindicate and clarify the true nature of Buddha Dharma. This lecture was later compiled and printed as a booklet by layman Wang Enyang, and it is also circulated in Taiwan. If you read it carefully, you will find that his viewpoint is extremely correct.
What is Buddhism?
What exactly is Buddhism? Anyone who studies the Buddha's teachings must understand this.
Buddhism is the education of the Buddha. It is the Buddha's perfect and supreme education for all beings in the 9 Dharma realms.
The content of this education includes boundless principles and phenomena, far more than the curriculum of any modern university. In terms of time,
it speaks of past, present, and future.
In terms of space,
it speaks of our present life, and extends outward to infinite world.
Therefore, it is teaching, education, not religion. It is the education of wisdom and awakening to the universe and to life. Confucius' education in China concerns only one lifetime, from birth to death. The Buddha Dharma is education across 3 lifetimes, past, present, and future. Is Buddhism truly education? If we observe carefully, this doubt disappears. In daily life, only education has the terms teacher and student. We call Sakyamuni Buddha our fundamental teacher, because this education was founded by him. He is the first originator. We call ourselves disciples, a traditional Chinese term for students. From these titles, we know that our relationship with the Buddha is teacher and student.
In religion, God and believers are not teacher and student.
But in Buddhism, it is clearly stated, the Buddha and we are teacher and student, and we and the Bodhisattvas are classmates.
Bodhisattvas are the Buddha's earlier students. We are his current students.
We and the Bodhisattvas are classmates of different years. Bodhisattvas are our seniors. This must be understood clearly. In daily life, we call monastics Hashang, monks. But in fact, in a monastery, there is only one Hashang. The term Hashang originates from an Indian language and translates to personal teacher. That is, a teacher who personally instructs me, much like an academic advisor or supervising professor in a school today. He provides direct guidance, and the relationship is very close and intimate. If he does not directly guide me, he is called a Dharma teacher. It is like having many teachers at school. Yet he never taught my class, nor did he ever mentor me. This is the difference between Hashang, monk, and Dharma teacher.
A teacher who represents the teaching lineage is called an Akriya. An Akriya's conduct can serve as our model and example. They can be a model for us to follow, and we can learn from him.
These titles exist only in education. In religion, there are no such titles. From this alone, we can see that Buddhism is education, not religion. Looking further at the organization of a Buddhist monastery, that is, a Chinese Buddhist temple, we can see that a temple is an educational institution combining Buddhist teaching with Buddhist art, similar to a modern school combined with a museum. This is what we would now call art education.
Modern people speak of art everywhere. Yet Buddhism practiced art-based education 2,000 or 3,000 years ago.
From the structure of a monastery, we can also see that it is largely the same as a modern school. The Hashang, monk, corresponds to the principal of a school, the one who oversees educational policy. He sets the curriculum and appoints the teachers. This is the responsibility of the Hashang. Under the Hashang are 3 assistants. In Buddhism they are called the 3 administrative heads, each responsible for one department.
The one in charge of academic affairs is called the Shuo. The one in charge of discipline and conduct is the Wina. The one in charge of general affairs is the Jianyuan.
Although the names differ from those in modern schools, the responsibilities are essentially the same as academic affairs, student affairs, and general administration. Thus, the organizational structure of a monastery is indeed that of a school. A very complete school. In ancient China, it was called a Zhonglin. A Zhonglin is essentially a Buddhist university. From the origins of Buddhism to the establishment of Chinese Buddhism, we can clearly see that it is truly an educational system. We must understand this fact clearly before we can know what we are actually studying.
Modern variants of Buddhism.
In today's world, there are at least 4 different forms of Buddhism, appearing simultaneously. This is why people often become confused.
1. Traditional Buddhism, the Buddha's original education. This is the form we mentioned earlier.
The original education taught by Sakyamuni Buddha. But today, traditional Buddhist education is rarely seen. Most other forms have changed in nature to some degree.
2. Religious Buddhism.
Buddhism was originally not a religion, but now it has become one. When people say Buddhism is a religion, we cannot deny it. Why? Because its outward appearance today truly resembles religion. Unlike the monasteries of the past, which held 8 hours of classes every day, today you can hardly find a monastery that teaches 8 hours a day. Ancient Chinese monasteries had 8 hours of study and 8 hours of practice.
Practice included 2 methods. One is seated meditation, and the other is the recitation of the Buddha's name.
Thus, practitioners devoted 16 hours a day to their cultivation, harmonizing understanding with practice. Classes involved listening to lectures and engaging in study and discussion, matters of theory, while practice focused on cultivating a pure mind, and the qualities of awakening, correctness, and stillness. With 16 hours of dedicated effort each day, delusional thoughts naturally diminished, leading to rapid spiritual accomplishment. The Buddhist centers we see today, however, mostly involve making offerings to the Buddha and cultivating a bit of merit. Buddhism has indeed transformed into a religion.
3. Buddhist studies, academic Buddhism.
Buddhism has also become an academic subject, even a branch of philosophy. Some universities now offer courses on Buddhist philosophy, treating the Buddhist teachings merely as a subject of philosophical inquiry. Why is it a mistake to treat Buddhism merely as philosophy? Consider this: Buddhist education constitutes a complete university system, encompassing all fields of study. Yet, by categorizing it solely as a branch of philosophy, it is reduced to such a narrow scope. That is why this approach is flawed.
Mr. Ouyang Jingwu said it well. Buddhism is not philosophy, nor is it religion. Buddha Dharma is simply Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma is essential for all beings.
Why? Because it truly helps us solve all problems. From present life difficulties to the great matter of birth and death. There is nothing it cannot resolve. Clearly, the teachings of Buddhism are profound and vast in scope. Treating it merely as an academic discipline distorts its true nature.
4. Deviant or external path, Buddhism.
This has appeared only in the last 30 or 40 years. A very unfortunate development. You should understand, religious Buddhism encourages goodness and urges people to be good individuals. Academic Buddhism pursues truth and knowledge. Neither causes great harm to society. But when Buddhism becomes a deviant cult or external path, it exploits human weaknesses, uses the Buddha's name as a banner, deceives and harms people, disturbs society and endangers public safety. Then it has become distorted, it has become outrageous, going far beyond acceptable bounds. These cults and heterodox sects often employ rhetoric and behaviors that are highly attractive and seductive. Once involved, by the time one realizes the deception, it is too late for regret. Fellow practitioners, these 4 forms of Buddhism exist in society today. We must keep our eyes open, see clearly and understand thoroughly. Which form of the Buddha Dharma should we actually learn, to derive true benefit?
The goal of the Buddha's education. The degree system in Buddhism.
Since Buddhism is education, what is the purpose of this education? The Buddha often spoke in many sutras and treatises of
Anattara Samyak Sambati,
a Sanskrit term kept in transliteration out of respect. This is the overall goal of Buddhist teaching. In Chinese it is translated as
unsurpassed perfect enlightenment.
It can be explained in 3 stages.
Number 1, right enlightenment. Number 2, equal right enlightenment. Number 3, unsurpassed equal right enlightenment.
The world-honored one told us that people in the world also have a kind of awakening to life and the universe. But their awakening is not complete. Scientists, philosophers, and religious thinkers do understand many worldly principles, but they cannot be called right enlightenment. Why not? Because although they have some awakening, their afflictions are not cut off. They still have
greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance,
and still
distinguish between self and others, right and wrong.
In other words, they are still ordinary beings, not sages. Therefore, they cannot be called right enlightenment. If a person has completely cut off greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, self-attachment, duality, and all afflictions, the Buddha acknowledges such a person as having right enlightenment. He has attained the degree of right enlightenment. In Buddhism, this person is called an
Arhat,
the lowest degree. Above Arhat is
equal right enlightenment.
equal means equal to the Buddha, but not yet fully a Buddha. It means the mind they use is the same kind of mind the Buddha uses. From this we know, the mind an Arhat uses is not the same as the Buddha's mind. The Arhat uses the same kind of mind we use. The difference is simply that we still have afflictions. This mind is called the
Consciousness mind.
a false mind, not the true mind.
The mind we use is false, a mind of delusion.
Therefore, when interacting with people, we should not take things too seriously. If someone treats you well today, know that it is not the true mind. If you take false emotions as real, you will create afflictions. Look at worldly relationships. Today they say, "I love you." Tomorrow they divorce. What does that tell you? It shows that such feelings are not real.
A bodhisattva, however, uses the true mind. The true mind never changes.
The Buddha uses the true mind. Bodhisattvas also use the true mind. The Buddha uses the
Perfectly complete true mind,
while the Bodhisattva uses the
partially realized true mind.
The Buddha uses the full moon of the 15th day as a metaphor for the Buddha's mind. The Bodhisattva's mind is
like the crescent moon on the third or fourth day.
Is the light of the crescent moon real or false? It is real, just not yet full. Thus, from the third day to the 14th day, are all Bodhisattva levels. True mind, but not yet complete. We call it equal right enlightenment.
The mind of Arhats and Pratikabuddhas is like the moon reflected in water or in a mirror, an illusion, not real.
From the perspective of the mind, the Bodhisattva's mind is very close to the Buddha's mind. Real, not false. Even a first-stage Bodhisattva, who has just broken one layer of ignorance, and realized one portion of the Dharma body, already uses the true mind, completely free of falseness. This is called equal right enlightenment. Those who attain equal right enlightenment are called Bodhisattvas.
Arhats are like bachelor's degree holders, Bodhisattvas are like master's degree holders, Buddhas are like doctorate holders.
Thus, Buddha is a general title, not exclusive to Sakyamuni Buddha. Anyone whose wisdom reaches complete perfection, who fully realizes the true mind, is called a Buddha. What the Buddha realizes is
unsurpassed equal right enlightenment.
Therefore, Buddha, Bodhisattva, and Arhat are names of degrees in Buddhist education. They are all human beings, not gods. Do not deify them. In summary,
The Buddha is one who has awakened to the true reality of the universe and life, possessing perfect and complete wisdom.
this is also the goal of Buddhist education. Buddha Dharma is the education of wisdom.
The goal of the Buddha's education.
The aim of Buddhist teaching is to completely eliminate superstition. The Buddha often said,
"Break delusion and open enlightenment, leave suffering and attain happiness."
What is delusion? Not understanding the truth about oneself and one's living environment. Because we do not understand the truth, we often see wrongly, think wrongly, and act wrongly. Wrong actions bring suffering.
If a person truly understands the reality of the universe and life, he will not see wrongly, think wrongly, or act wrongly. The result will naturally be happiness.
Thus, breaking delusion and opening enlightenment refers to the cause, and leaving suffering and attaining happiness refers to the result. To achieve this goal, the guiding principle of Buddhist education is
eliminate superstition and awaken true wisdom.
This gives us the ability to distinguish, in real life,
true and false, evil and righteousness, proper and improper, good and evil, benefit and harm.
And then help all beings establish a
rational, awakened, diligent, optimistic, compassionate, and uplifting worldview of life and the universe.
Thus, Buddhism is neither passive nor outdated. It brings us real benefit.
The Infinite Life Sutra says,
Buddhism is perfect, helping us resolve all the sufferings of all beings, allowing each of us in this very life to obtain happiness and joy, a harmonious family, a peaceful society, a prosperous nation, and a world of great unity. This is Buddhism's goal in this world. As for the future goals,
cutting off afflictions, transcending the three realms,
the benefits are even more inconceivable. Therefore, we must clearly recognize that Buddha Dharma is education, an education that truly enables us to attain truth, goodness, beauty, wisdom, and everlasting, genuine happiness.
The entry gate to the Buddha's education. The Earth Store Sutra. Great perfection.
We already understand the purpose and principles of Buddhist education. Next, we must explain, what teachings did the Buddha give throughout his life? What did the Buddha teach?
He explained to us the true reality of the universe and life.
Later, his students recorded these teachings. These records are the scriptures we have today.
Scriptures are the textbooks of Buddhism.
The introductory scripture for Mahayana enlightenment is the Earth Store Sutra. It is the first-year textbook for beginners. This true meaning is explained very clearly in the Earth Store Sutra. But it is not expressed through spoken words. It is expressed through light. At the beginning of this assembly, the world-honored one radiated great light, light without measure. The Sutra records:
great perfect light cloud, great compassion light cloud, great wisdom light cloud, great prana light cloud, great samadhi light cloud,
up to
great praise light cloud.
These 10 phrases symbolize principles. They do not mean there are only 10 kinds, but represent boundless and infinite meanings. In Chinese culture, numbers from 1 to 10. 10 symbolizes completion. This is the same meaning as infinite in the Infinite Life Sutra.
What the Infinite Life Sutra calls infinite is exactly what the Earth Store Sutra calls perfect and complete.
The Earth Store Sutra expresses perfect and complete using 10 aspects, but infinite in the Infinite Life Sutra is expressed with one word, life. You must understand, it is not only infinite life. Everything is infinite. Among all infinities, life is foremost. Think about it.
You may have infinite land, infinite wealth, but without life, who can enjoy it?
Thus the Pure Land School uses the single word life to represent all infinities. In the Earth Store Sutra, 10 light clouds represent this same idea. One is all is one. The infinite universe and life are explained to us. What basis did the Buddha use to teach the truth of the universe and life? The first is the Great Perfect Light Cloud. In esoteric Buddhism, great perfection is the same as true suchness of self-nature in exoteric Buddhism. The true mind, the ultimate truth. All express the meaning of great perfection. The 9 light clouds that follow, all explain great perfection. He teaches compassion, compassion is perfect. He teaches wisdom, wisdom is perfect. Everything is perfect, every matter is perfect. Nothing is incomplete. This is great perfection.
Perfection is our own true nature.
From this true nature, the Buddha expounded infinite sutras, revealing the truth of the universe and life. Everything he taught is what we already possess. It is all originally within us. Thus, throughout 49 years, the Buddha never spoke about others. He spoke only about ourselves. This is why Buddhist education is unlike ordinary education. It is directly related to our own being. In summary, what did Sakyamuni Buddha teach all beings? In one phrase, he taught the great perfection Dharma. Why do people work so hard? People in the world work tirelessly every day. What drives them? What power pushes them to work from dawn to dusk? I think everyone will be able to answer that.
Fame and profit.
Profit is heavier than fame. If there were no benefit at all, not even a penny, would they still work? Naturally they would slack off.
Thus the driving force of society is profit, followed by fame.
But Buddhas and Bodhisattvas neither seek fame nor profit. In the 10 Dharma realms, they work harder than we do, teaching diligently. What power drives them? This power is the second light cloud.
Great compassion light cloud.
Think of a mother caring for her infant. She tends to the child with utmost attention. What is she doing this for? Is she doing it for fame or profit? Of course not. It comes from her inner love. This love is called compassion. The Buddha shows great compassion and loving kindness toward all beings. This compassion is equal and impartial. It is given without any conditions. This is an immeasurably powerful force, eternally driving all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, ceaselessly, throughout the worlds of the 10 directions, to teach and transform boundless, innumerable beings.
Therefore, following the great perfect light cloud, the text proclaims the great compassion light cloud.
We who study Buddhism, practice ourselves and encourage others to practice. This is spreading the Dharma and benefiting beings. Introducing the Dharma to others. We recommend this to others. What is the force behind it? Is also driven by compassion. This is true Buddha Dharma. If one teaches for fame, to build personal reputation, or for profit, charging fees for teaching, this is completely wrong. It is not Buddha Dharma, and contradicts its spirit.
True Dharma has no conditions. Its circulation is the same.
Look at modern printed sutras. Many say, all rights reserved. reprinting prohibited. This is business, not Dharma. If someone gives me a Buddhist book, and I see these 8 words, I do not read it. You might ask why I don't read it. True teachers who benefit beings never restrict printing, they welcome reprinting.
Only a broad, compassionate mind can produce words worth learning.
Those whose minds are narrow, those who have not let go of fame and gain, how could they produce truly good works? How could they speak of the great perfect enlightenment? Then why waste time and energy? Compassion must be based on reason. One must not act based on emotion.
Acting on emotion stems from delusion and is mistaken.
Thus Buddhism says, compassion is the foundation, skillful means are the doorway. These are the 2 fundamental principles by which Buddhism transforms and guides sentient beings. But later it also says, compassion often leads to harm, skillful means often fall low. This is the exact opposite of the correct view. Where does the reason lie? If one loses rationality and acts on emotion, then compassion becomes a source of harm, and skillful means degenerate into baseness. Therefore, it goes on to teach the
great perfect wisdom.
From the great perfect enlightenment flows perfect wisdom and perfect compassion. Wisdom is skillful means, employing various methods and approaches, empowered by the force of great compassion. Only in this way can one help limitless beings to
break through delusion and awaken, to leave suffering and attain true happiness.
The 4th is
great prana light cloud.
What is the difference between prajna and wisdom? The Mahaprajna Sutra explains this very clearly. Prajna is no knowing, wisdom is knowing everything. No knowing is prajna. Knowing everything is wisdom. In other words, one refers to the essence and the other refers to the function. Or, from another angle, if we observe these 2 terms differently, our understanding becomes clearer. The wisdom that can explain all phenomena of the universe
is called acquired wisdom.
The wisdom that can cut off afflictions and break through ignorance
is called prana.
The prajna wisdom that eliminates ignorance and afflictions
is called fundamental wisdom.
The wisdom that can explain all phenomena of the universe
is called acquired wisdom.
You must understand that acquired wisdom arises from fundamental wisdom. If one cannot fully realize the great perfect enlightenment of the entire universe, how could one speak of it?
What practitioners realize is prana paramita.
In Chinese Zen, they do not merely teach the 5th paramita, dhyana paramita, meditative concentration. They teach prajna paramita. You see, in the Platform Sutra, Master Huaining instructs everyone to constantly recite Mahaprajna Paramita. This shows that Zen practice is the cultivation of prajna, not merely meditation. Prajna and wisdom. One speaks of the essence of wisdom, and the other speaks of the function of wisdom. One is non-knowing, and the other is all-knowing. You must understand,
only the non-knowing of prana can cut off afflictions and break through ignorance.
When ignorance and afflictions are completely eliminated, one realizes the great perfect enlightenment of one's true nature, and restores the innate abilities originally possessed. Its functioning is all-knowing and all-capable. The light cloud of wisdom and prajna contains such profound meaning. These 2 forms of wisdom, that is, wisdom and prajna, are precisely what the earlier teachings described as the purpose of instruction.
Unsurpassed perfect enlightenment
is the
ultimate, complete wisdom.
Where does this wisdom come from? It is our innate ability, originally present within our true nature. Now it seems to be gone. Where did it go? The Buddha tells us that we ourselves became deluded. It is not truly lost. As soon as we awaken, our wisdom is restored. Then what method should we use to help us break through delusion and restore the perfect wisdom inherent in our true nature? The Buddha gives us one method:
meditative concentration.
In the Sutra of Earth Store Bodhisattva, it is called
Great Samadhi Light Cloud.
Samadhi is a Sanskrit term translated as right absorption, which means meditative concentration. In Buddhism, cultivation means practice.
To correct one's conduct. Practice refers to behavior.
To correct our mistaken behaviors. But our behaviors are truly countless. How could they all be enumerated? Therefore, the Buddha summarizes these immeasurable behaviors into three major categories.
First is the bodily actions that create karmic deeds of the body. Second is the speech that creates karmic deeds of the mouth. Third is the arising of thoughts and intentions that create karmic deeds of the mind.
No matter how many actions there are, they never go beyond these three categories. Therefore they are called
the three kinds of karma.
When one's thoughts are mistaken, one's views are mistaken, one's speech is mistaken, and one's actions are mistaken, these are erroneous behaviors. To correct all mistaken behaviors is true cultivation. The correction of the three karmic actions must take the mind as the guiding principle. Zen Buddhism teaches that cultivation must begin from the root. What is the root?
The mind is the root. The arising of thoughts and intentions is the root.
When the mind is upright, our speech and actions will certainly be upright. When the mind is not upright, even if one tries to learn, one cannot truly learn, others can easily see through it. Therefore, cultivation must begin from the mind ground.
Samadhi means the mind is settled.
In Buddhism, the practices are limitless. There are 84,000 Dharma doors.
Dharma means method, door means pathway.
All these countless methods and pathways are means of cultivating concentration. Do not think that only the Zen school cultivates concentration. In fact, which Buddhist school does not cultivate concentration? They simply do not call it Zen meditation. In the Pure Land school, single-mindedness without distraction is Zen meditation. Tian Tai school practices Samatha Vipassana. Samatha Vipassana is Zen. In the esoteric school, the practice of the three mysteries in correspondence. Correspondence is Zen. From this we can see that although the Buddhist schools use different names for their Dharma doors, in reality, they all refer to the same principle. Therefore, the Dharma doors are equal. Different paths lead to the same ultimate goal, and there is no higher or lower among them. Whichever method you feel most familiar with, most natural, most smooth to practice, that is the method you should use. In learning the Buddha Dharma, the most important principle is:
enter one gate deeply.
Do not take up many Dharma doors. When too many methods are mixed together, confusion arises and accomplishment becomes more difficult. This is an extremely important understanding.
Samadhi is the pivot of Buddhist cultivation. The three studies, precepts, concentration, and wisdom. Through precepts one attains concentration, through concentration wisdom unfolds.
Therefore, prajna wisdom arises from meditative concentration. This is the inherent concentration of our true nature, called the Great Samadhi Light Cloud. Of the 10 light clouds, the first half explains the principles, and the second half explains the guiding methods. Principles are what the Buddha teaches, the foundational truths upon which the Dharma is based. These have now been explained. Next come the guiding methods.
The first is the Great Auspicious Light Cloud.
What does auspicious mean? Whatever we rightfully ought to obtain, and we indeed obtain it. That is auspicious. What we should not obtain, yet we obtain. That is not auspicious. This is the general definition of auspiciousness. But here, its meaning is exceedingly profound. Throughout the boundless emptiness and the entire Dharma realm, whether principles or phenomena, all are things we ought to understand. The benefits and functions of all things and all dharmas are also what we ought to receive. This is called great auspiciousness. For example,
when one recites the Buddha's name with the single wish to be reborn in the Western Pure Land, the perfect adornments, both the land and the beings of the Western Pure Land, are what you should rightfully enjoy. If you are reborn in the Lotus Treasury world, then the perfect adornments of Vairakana Buddha's realm are likewise what you should rightfully enjoy.
This is the true meaning of auspicious. Here, the Buddha teaches according to the capacities of beings, and that is the most auspicious of all. When the Buddha teaches the Dharma,
the first principle is that it never contradicts truth.
The true reality of the universe and of life. It must not violate this.
The second principle is that it must match the capacity of sentient beings.
If the teaching does not match their level, if those of shallow capacity are given teachings that are too deep, they cannot understand. This is in vain, and therefore not auspicious. If those of deep capacity are given teachings that are too shallow, they find no flavor in it. And this too is not auspicious. Therefore, teaching that accords with both the capacities of beings and the principles of truth is the most auspicious of all. The Buddha does not speak in vain, and we do not listen in vain. When we truly obtain genuine benefit, that is the most auspicious. The great auspiciousness, the complete and perfect auspiciousness. Next, the teaching speaks of merit and virtue. Great auspiciousness means that the teaching must accord both with the capacities of beings and with true principle. What people in the present age constantly think about and ceaselessly pursue are generally
wealth, wisdom, health, and longevity.
These are what we hope to obtain right now. And this is what is called merit and virtue. If the Buddha did not give us these things, and instead asked us to learn the Dharma, we would turn away. Why? Because what we seek right now cannot be obtained. To say that in future lives we will receive great blessings feels far too remote. When will we ever enjoy them? Therefore, the benefits we seek in this present life must be attainable. Once we receive these immediate benefits, we will naturally believe that even greater blessings await us in the future. This is reasonable.
Just like flowers and fruit, when the flowers bloom beautifully now, we can trust that the fruit will be excellent later.
But if the flowers do not bloom at all, and someone says the fruit will be wonderful in the future, of course we cannot believe it. Therefore, after auspiciousness, there must be great merit and virtue. How can great merit and virtue be obtained? Merit and virtue is a result. Before the result, one must cultivate the cause. Whatever cause you cultivate, that is the result you will receive. Buddhism speaks of merit and virtue.
Merit and virtue are not the same as worldly blessings. Merit and virtue are genuine and true.
Look at the Buddhas. After attaining Buddhahood, they still spend 100 kalpas specifically cultivating blessings. Why is this? Because without blessings, one cannot teach and transform sentient beings. A person may be able to speak the Dharma, but if people see that he lacks blessings, they will not believe him. But if he says, "These great blessings were obtained through my cultivation," others will feel admiration when they see him and will naturally follow his example.
Therefore, one must have wisdom and also blessings in order to guide and transform sentient beings.
The saying, "Through precepts one attains concentration, and through concentration wisdom unfolds," refers to the three studies, precepts, concentration, and wisdom, which belong to merit and virtue. These are what the Buddha truly wishes to teach us. To cultivate blessings and to cultivate wisdom.
To cultivate both blessings and wisdom together, this is genuine practice.
In cultivation, one must have a method. And within the method, the most important thing is to have a standard. We must rely on a standard. This standard is
the great refuge.
The great refuge is not the ordinary teaching of taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha.
The great refuge is taking refuge in the perfect, complete true nature, the three jewels of one's own fully perfected nature.
Finally, we come to
praise.
In truth, praise means teaching and transforming sentient beings, praising the perfectly complete virtues of one's own true nature. What does the Buddha teach us?
He teaches us to realize the fully perfected true nature.
Zen Buddhism often says, your original face before your parents were born. This original face is the perfectly complete true nature. Everything taught and learned in the Buddha Dharma takes this as its goal and as its direction. All of the above is based on the Sutra of the original vows of Earth Store Bodhisattva. At the beginning of the scripture, the world-honored one emits light, and within that light are contained immeasurable and boundless meanings. Here, 10 of them are briefly explained. The number 10 represents perfection and completeness. This section of the scripture is something most people recite vaguely and superficially, without realizing the profound meaning hidden within it. Not only is the Earth Store Sutra spoken on the basis of these principles, all the immeasurable and boundless teachings spoken by the Buddha arise from the great perfect true nature, and flow forth from it.
Therefore, the first 5 phrases refer to the perfect true nature itself, and the latter 5 phrases refer to the functioning of that true nature, the activity of the great perfection.
This is the foundation of the Buddha's teaching. Passages like this appear frequently in the Mahayana scriptures. Sometimes the Buddha expresses them in words, sometimes he reveals them through emitting light. We must not remain ignorant of this. Once we understand these principles, reading the sutras becomes deeply meaningful and full of flavor.
The perfected Mahayana Dharma
and the sequence of cultivation in Mahayana Buddhism are represented by the 4 great bodhisattvas.
The first is Earth Store Bodhisattva of Jiwa Mountain. The second is Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva of Putwa Mountain. The third is Amajayur Bodhisattva of Wutai Mountain. The fourth is Samantabhadra Bodhisattva of Imai Mountain.
These 4 great bodhisattvas are used to represent the entirety of the Buddha Dharma. Earth refers to the great earth. The great earth produces grains and food, sustaining our lives. Without the earth, we could not survive.
The treasures and resources beneath the earth also provide what is needed for our livelihood.
Therefore, the Buddha uses the symbol of the great earth. This is used as a metaphor for our mind ground. Our mind ground is truly the great perfection, originally endowed with
immeasurable compassion, immeasurable wisdom, immeasurable pride, and even immeasurable auspiciousness and immeasurable merit and virtue.
Therefore, among all the scriptures spoken by the Buddha, there is nothing that is not immeasurable. Every one is immeasurable. Not only are all sutras expressions of the great perfection, even within each individual sutra, every single word is an expression of the great perfection. This section of the sutra is something most people easily recite in a vague and general way, without realizing the profound meaning contained within it.
The Earth Store Sutra mainly teaches us the initial method of entering the Buddha Dharma, namely
filial piety toward parents and respect for teachers. The Buddha's education is fundamentally the way of the teacher. The way of the teacher is established upon the foundation of filial piety. If one is not filial toward one's parents, how could one truly respect one's teachers? If one does not respect teachers and is unwilling to listen to their instruction, then no matter how learned or capable the teacher may be, he will have no way to transmit the teachings. Therefore, only through respecting the teacher and valuing the teachings can one accomplish one's studies.
The Sutra of the original vows of Earth Store Bodhisattva is the Filial Piety Sutra of the Buddha Dharma.
Filial piety is the great root and great foundation of the great perfection. All perfection begins from here. When we expand and elevate the great perfection, we practice filial piety toward parents and respect toward teachers, and then we extend this filial respect universally, honoring all sentient beings without distinction, without attachment, in complete equality, to honor all beings throughout the vast emptiness and the entire Dharma realm. This is the Dharma door of Avalokitesvara. Therefore, Avalokitesvara is the further development and full manifestation of Earth Store. Without Earth Store, how could Avalokitesvara arise? Just like building a house. Without the first floor, how could there be a second?
Avalokitesvara is the full development and expansion of Earth Store, known as great compassion and great loving kindness.
Filial piety, and loving kindness cannot be driven by emotion. They must always rest upon the foundation of clear wisdom. Only then can they bring true benefit. Only then can they produce positive and proper results. Therefore,
the third bodhisattva is Manjusri, who represents wisdom, and Samantabhadra bodhisattva represents practice to apply filial piety, respect, compassion, and wisdom in our daily lives.
From morning to night, toward people, toward matters, toward things. Acting freely from the heart, without ever violating these principles. That is Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. Who is Samantabhadra? Every person is Samantabhadra. The Dharma door of Samantabhadra is the perfect and complete Dharma door. Therefore, the Avatasaka Sutra says, if one does not cultivate the practices of Samantabhadra, one cannot fully accomplish the Buddha path. Why is this so? Because Samantabhadra is perfection in every thought, perfection in every vow, perfection in every action. If genuine wisdom is absent from these, then the great vows of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva cannot be perfectly fulfilled.
The four great bodhisattvas express this principle and represent the complete Mahayana Dharma.
Therefore, we must begin with Earth Store to learn filial piety and respect, then advance to Avalokitesvara's great compassion, Manjusri's great wisdom, and Samantabhadra's great vows and great perseverance. Buddhist Multimedia Series, Understanding Buddhism, Part 1. Original teaching by Venerable Master Chin Kung.